I'm Andrew from Ether Automation, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to have your Creator dropshipping app update your inventory automatically. Let me share my screen, and hopefully it's the right screen. Otherwise, this is a short video. So here's my screen. And if you remember in the last video, I talked about creating inventory transactions, right? If you don't know what we covered in that video, there's a link up here. But we're creating inventory transactions. We sold, or these are purchase received, right? So the quantity should actually increase by 100, or rather, we should reconcile the inventory count. Now, if you remember, we have some different transaction types. Purchase received, a sales shipped, which should reduce the number, and adjustments, right? Which should then just add whatever the number that is. Either it's a negative number or a positive number, right? So in this video, we're going to make a standalone function that's called in two different ways. So the first way it's called is when a new inventory transaction is created. And the second way it's called is we're going to run it on a script. It's going to run periodically we'll say every 5 minutes to look for new inventory transactions. And the reason we do that is in case you're syncing this with another service and that other service doesn't trigger workflows, we're going to show you both cases here. So let's start out. Let's go and make a new function. New namespace. Inventory, name the function, update inventory count. The return type is void. We don't need anything to return. The input is the ID. Make it lowercase ID. Create the function. So what we want this function to do is, let's start with a couple comments. The ID input param should be the ID of the product. All right, this is important, of the product that we want to update. Now we'll do this probably off camera in another video with the materials. It's the same concept. So what we want to do is we want to get all inventory transactions related to that product. Sum up those inventory transactions, update the product inventory. Real simple, right? So let's start out, and given that the input is the ID of the product, we want to get all inventory transactions with that product. So transactions equals inventory transactions where, and let's go to our refer fields. Let's go to inventory transactions, and it's products right here. Products.id equals ID, right? Now, if I run a quick test, so we have this liquid as a product. Let's open up a new tab of products. Let's look for liquid. It's right here. I'm going to middle click this edit, and this is the ID. And now if I info this transactions collection, there's only one inventory transaction. And I'll show you at the end of this video that we can increase or decrease that amount. Great. So now we want to sum up those inventory transactions. So let's do that. Let's go inventory count equals 0. Now we want to go for each record in transactions. Transaction to sum. All right. Now we want to add the inventory count to that transaction. But if you remember, exit out of that one and go back to inventory transactions, we can have 3 types of transaction. A purchase received, so this is an increase, a sale shipped, which is a decrease, and then there's an adjustment, which could be an increase or decrease. So let's do that here. Let's go in if transaction to sum dot transaction type equals, and we want to look at purchase received. Right? Then we're going to increase. So inventory count equals inventory count plus transaction to sum dot quantity, right? Real simple. So now we want to do the same thing down here. If the transaction to sum is not increased, but actually sale shipped, we want to decrease it. And then finally, it is, what is the last one? Adjustment. Then we're going to increase it, but that number could be negative, right? So quantity could be -1. Let's go adjustment, and materials. Let's go, I don't know. Let's go liquid sum. So now we have a -1, right? So by the end of that, if I have an info and then inventory count, and let me go back to here and grab the liquid, the amount I'm expecting should be 99. When I click save, and it says 99, because there are two transactions. One's for 100, which is a purchase received. The other one is for an adjustment, which is -1, right? Then we want to update the inventory count. So we want to go product to update equals products, where ID equals the ID. Product update dot it, I don't remember the field name, product, and then available for sale equals inventory count. So now when I run this function with this product, and then I refresh this, what you're going to see is that this available for sale is now 99. Straightforward. Question is now, where do we use this, right? So let's click save and let's click done. So we want to put this in two spots. The first one is a form workflow, right? So when a new inventory transaction is created, let's do created or edited, update inventory count. Run a Deluge script, this app dot inventory dot, and I go inputs dot products dot ID. And when I click save, so now if I add another adjustment record, go transaction type, let's say sales shipped. This is a liquid, and we shipped 49. There's this log here, which I can eliminate by going to the function, then eliminating all the infos. This should be a good practice. I'm going to click save. But now when I go to the individual product of the liquid, I have available is 50. Now, again, that's great if you can trigger all your workflows this way. But sometimes if you're doing this via API, the other API can't update workflow, blah, 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 whatever. So now on the other case, what we want to do is run a scheduled function. So I'm going to create a workflow, run, let's say daily. It starts today in an hour. Name the workflow. Daily inventory sync. So now how do we do this? Okay. So first thing we want to do is we want to get all newly modified inventory transactions. Get the product IDs only. Make sure they're unique, and then run standalone function for each. Cool. So modified transactions equals inventory transactions, where the modified time is greater than the Zoho dot current time. We want to sub 1 day. Sub day is 1. And then we want to say we actually only want the products, right? So let me just copy this and put this right here. So now we have all the modified transactions. Then we want to make sure they're all unique. So modified transactions dot distinct. Equals modified dot distinct. Put it into a standalone function because it's easier to test. I believe I've talked about this in a previous video. You should do this. It's easier. So I'm just going to look at a couple things. What we want to do is we want to say product list equals list, and then product list dot add all, and we want to get the modified transactions. Product list dot distinct. Let's save. There we go. So then we want to run the standalone function for each, which is for each record. And the product list, products to update. We want to go this app dot inventory dot this one right here with the product to update. Now, if I save this and I execute, it ran successfully. And so now what I want to do is, rather than in my old thing where I have all this code, I'm just going to go this app dot inventory dot daily sync. Save. And I'm done. So now it runs once a day. It updates all the records. And if I look at the products, let me go ahead and edit this application. And if I add a field, which is the product available for sale, let's put right here. Let's remove the vendor, delete the field, delete the field. So now we have the updated amount of both the bottle and the liquid. That runs once a day at this point. If you have any questions, or if you have a specific thing you want a video on, leave a comment in the comment section. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.